Alright, Joe West, if you're still watching, we're going to run through a game with Battle of Wits. Alright. Never thought to name that. Yeah, me neither. Modern's a big format. Okay. Our opponent mulliganed. Their name is Magic JPEG, which is great. I don't know what they're playing, but this hand seems good. We have a deck in stone, we have an engineered explosives, and a wrath. So if they're an aggressive deck, we should be okay. So we're going to keep. Also, being on the draw here is kind of nice. Alright, they keep a hand of 6. If this is Dredge, it'll be hilariously good. 100 lands in Battle of Wits. It's ad nauseum. Alright. Start island, pass the turn. I mean, we did beat ad nauseum the last time we played them with Battle of Wits. I just suspect this one will not be... We won't be as lucky this time. You're about 20 short. How many cards are in his Battle of Wits deck? Because the math that I did for... Oh, God, what is this? The math that I did it for was a 254 card deck. Okay. You can run... I think probably as low as 90 because you do have an increased chance of drawing lands throughout the entire game because you don't naturally thin the deck of lands like you do in other formats. Alright, this is very not ad nauseum, and I would not have guessed. It looks like black-white or American like prison enchantments, I guess. So opponent's going to go Lotus Bloom here. We might have to mission briefing just a filter. Oh, this is Enduring Ideal. Okay. Well then. Opponent gets a Dovescape. I think we lost. We can't resolve anything through this. We don't have any strictly uncounterable spells. We're going to concede. Opponent does not know what we are doing, so. Okay, I didn't think I'd say this, but versus American Enduring Ideal. Blue, white, red, Enduring Ideal. I think we want Trinket Mages because tutoring up our Singleton Chalice is really good. I don't know if we want anything else from the side. But our creature removal is going to be worse than awful. I actually think we're going to bring in relics just because they can trip over a bunch of creature removal. Do we have any good enchantment destruction in the main, I wonder? I don't think so. We don't even have like a planar cleansing effect. We need a... I really want one in the deck, and I think it's Hour of Devastation that I want. I'm still a little salty about the Ruinous Blast, I'll be honest. Alright. Yes, we would like to play first. Once again, no counter spells. But we have infinite lands. We're going to mulligan. Okay. Nimble Obstructionist. We could stifle the Lotus Bloom. Because we can't... Unfortunately, we can't stifle the Epic trigger. That'd be really, really awesome if we could. We can stifle one of them, but it's going to keep happening. So hopefully this hand is enough. Singleton Ancestral Vision. Alright, we'll keep. Ooh, Mana Leak on top. 100%. Opponent starts Leyline of Sanctity. We play an island, suspend Ancestral, pass the turn. Glad to see you made it, Great Bone Daddy. Welcome back to the stream. Play Plains, pass the turn. Alright, opponent's Lotus Bloom taken down. Opponent plays a Plains and plays a Suppression Field. Does Suppression Field interact with cycling? Rules lawyers in chat? It is. It does. Alright. So Mana Leak Suppression Field, because that's bad for us. Untap. Ancestral Vision's taken down. We draw a Gideon. Play a Plains. Play Gideon. Emblem Gideon. Pass the turn. So next turn, we don't stifle the last counter removal trigger, but we can stifle the cast trigger, and that will leave Lotus Bloom permanently in exile. I didn't activate Gideon, because I'm good at this game. Okay, opponent has to pass priority. Cycle Obstructionist, counter the trigger. So we missed 4 damage. Sorry, everybody. We get a treasure map. Lotus Bloom stays in exile. Opponent is very confused as to what happened. They play Plains. They cast out Gideon. Alright, damage probably not relevant then. Ancestral Vision's finally coming off suspend. We draw a million cards, one of which is a Jace. Play an island. This might be the first time watching 2 Battle of Wits decks at the same time live. Glad to be making history. So we minus Jace. That's a really interesting pile. Opponent puts Cryptic in 1. And Nimble. We'll take the Cryptic Nimble pile. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Bosiju. We untap. We draw. Ghost Quarter? That'd be really sweet. Ghost Quarter or a way to get it anyway. Alright, we'll play an island. Plus Jace. And play a treasure map. Pass the turn. All right. At least it's on an instant or sorcery spell and not on a non-creature spell. Besiege would be super overpowered then. Ballista. To the bottom. Untap. On upkeep. Scry. Oh, we have Cleansing Nova in this deck. Field of Ruin. On top. Draw Field of Ruin. Play Field of Ruin. And activate Field of Ruin. Get an island. Minus Jace. I think this is the dream scenario. Detention Sphere interacts with what our opponent's doing just slightly better, so we're going to take Detention Sphere. Rest of the bottom. Alright, we're going to have to go bird beats this game, I think. Opponent name, Rune Halo. I guess they could name Jace, but that's okay. The Architect of Thought is a -8 is in each player. If we somehow got there, we just can't factor fiction until that point. Name's Gideon of the Trials. Alright. Cool with that. Go, Bird Wizard. Second Bird Wizard, actually. Untap. Draw Fumigate. Should have scryed first. Detention Sphere on top. That's pretty sweet. Play an island. Play a relic. Attack for 3, and then we'll plus Jace and pass the turn. Bought a playset of Nimble Obstructionist at rotation and haven't played them yet. Man, I think they're criminally underrated. Like, they're not amazing, but they're good. Opponent plays a Leyline of Sanctity. Oh, we can't exile specific cards. All right, Leyline of Sanctity resolves. Untap. Draw Detention Sphere. Detention Sphere number 1. Hit Leyline of Sanctity to remove all devotion. Plus Jace. Attack for 3. Pass the turn. Oh, his minus doesn't even target. That's awesome. How does minus targeted? Crack Relic. Draw Tech Edge. Sack a treasure. Draw an Opt. Opt. Wrath of God at the bottom. Commit. Let's commit... Runed Halo? This seems fun. Untap. We draw. Colonnade. Play Tech Edge. Tech Edge Nykthos, I think? Detention Sphere, cast out. Plus Gideon. Plus Jace. Attack for 3, pass the turn. Woo! So many cards, playing cards. Opponent plays a Greater Oromancy. Yeah, I guess we let that resolve. We will sacrifice our last treasure to draw a card. We get a Thought Scour. Thought Scour ourselves. Spell Queller's decent. Untap, we draw Azor's Gateway. Play Colonnade. Fire up Gideon. Attack for 7. Factor Fiction. If we pick up another counterspell, it's going to be game over. Take the pile with 2 cards in it. Play Gateway. Pass the turn. Opponent's probably only going to be able to cast 1 spell. And we are holding 2 counters. There's a Runed Halo. So let's Queller that. And they scoop it up. Sweet. All right, game 3. And after this, we're going to brew up this awful Lavinia of the 10th knowledge pool, whatever else kind of deck, because that sounds like a ton of fun. Oh, Omen Machine. That's the card. I was trying to think of Omen Machine. I think Omen Machine is better than Knowledge Pool. Well, Knowledge Pool hard locks your opponent out of casting anything. Omen Machine prevents them from drawing. And is cheaper. Omen Machine is probably better. Oh, Omen Machine, they can cast cards out of their hand, though. If they have the mana to pay for it. Yeah. It's cheaper and it still combos. It's a lock piece. Thought we were doing a hand hate deck? I don't know. Do I have a deck with Door to Nothing in it? Door to Nothingness in it? No, I do not. I should brew with Door to Nothingness, though. We're going to mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. Emergency powers. We're going to put that to the bottom. Opponent. Okay, Door to Nothingness has the words, target player loses the game on it. It can't be that bad, right? Right? That card, Mana Ramp and Chromatic Lantern. It's probably not actually going to be enough, but it would be a fun brew for sure. We'll play Polluted Delta, pass the turn. Can't spell, too tired. That happens. Opponent plays because you'll click yourself. Oh gosh. Opponent plays a Wheel of Sun and Moon targeting themselves. Alright. So let's get a Hollowed Fountain. Tapped, untap, and draw. You know, Oz, he says that because it's true. There's a very high chance I would click myself. I'll play an island. We're going to have to Nimble Obstructionist this first Lotus Bloom trigger. Okay, that's that Lotus Bloom, that's that Lotus Bloom. Okay, so that yield to that counter getting taken off. Yield to that counter getting taken off. And we stifle this trigger. Somehow we've drawn this like, what, almost every game? Feels good, though. We get a Tormod's Crypt, which can only target us. Oh, I see. You weren't pitying me because I was being picked on. You were pitying my intelligence. Play a Hollowed Fountain, untapped. Play Jace. We're going to minus Jace. We gotta find something to deal with this. Like a good counter spell, maybe. Gifts Ungiven to do it. We'll put Gifts in our hand. The rest of the bottom. No, just your ability to click the right spot under pressure of game-winning situations. I mean, I did dispel my own spell. I time warped my opponent and it made it into like top 15 or top 5 Channel Fireball punts. Got like 20,000 views. Nobody followed my stream off of it. They didn't say who I was or anything. I was really mad. The Tom Brady of Moto. Oh my god. I believe the term you're looking for is the Browns. Alright, we untap. What do we draw? Something. We draw Condemn. Minus Jace, we want to land. We take whatever pile has the land here. We will not pay the 2 life. So we commit if our opponent has to crack Lotus Bloom to cast... Oh, okay, they don't have Shroud. So we can still Gifts. I, for some reason, thought they had Shroud. So, Lotus Bloom coming off Suspend. Opponent draws, goes to their main phase, plays a Plains. Why can't I cast Gifts? Oh, they named Gifts. Herp derp. Alright, let's... I can't commit it either. Why am I so bad at this game? So if we commit Greater Oromancy... Untap. And we draw something useful. Ooh. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea that might be fun. It's probably a bad idea, though. I was going to say... Actually... Does that... I think that changes the play. So now that we're holding a Cryptic... If we could play Teferi, minus Teferi, tucking Ruined Halo, and then Thought Scour next turn, but I think we just hold up Cryptic. Kano's getting antsy. Yeah. So opponent gets to draw a card that is not Greater Oromancy. They play a land. Their mana is now irrelevant. So we Thought Scour our opponent. Milling Greater Oromancy into Plains. Almost made it to top 10 and then got hosed pushing for it to 4 nut draws in a row and lost 80 spots. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Oz. Good try, though. Good attempt. So we're going to recoil Ruined Halo and draw a card. We draw another Blessed Alliance. Untap. We draw the third Blessed Alliance. Okay. We're going to pass turn, and we're going to Gifts Ungiven in response to a Ruined Halo. We're going to get on Burial Rites, Iona, and name white. And that probably locks up the game. You have to win so much to climb. It's sick, and one minor bad streak, and you set back so far. But not many make it to the top 100, let alone the 12th. Yeah, absolutely correct. That, like... Oz has definitive proof that he is a far better Magic player than I am. And congratulations, Oz, on making it so far into Mythic. Good job. And on your own brews, usually, no less, right? Oz is a damn good Magic player. Here's to you. So opponent can name Iona, but unless their last card in hand is Enduring Ideal, we should be fine. They have exactly one draw to draw Enduring Ideal. Unless they have like double Dismember in their deck somewhere. Before we can find a way to answer. And I mean, even then we can Teferi to tuck the Ruined Halo and beat them to death with the Angel. The other thing is the metagame changes daily on there, so it's really hard to game against it. That's true. Like, it's easy to predict the... well, I shouldn't say easy. Easier to predict the meta for a tournament in paper, knowing anything about the people going. But when you have the whole world of Magic on the same ladder, the meta moves fast. I just have to not Tormods myself, and I think we'll be fine. Opponent names Iona, Shield of Emeria. Not a bad thing to learn. We draw Terminus, which we will not Miracle. We should have just to flex on our opponent, but not gonna. Name white. No more white spells, opponent. It's got enough toughness. They can't Form of the Dragonet. They had to have like some kind of blue unsummon or Cyclonic Rift to get out of this. If we draw a counter spell, there's like no way they can win. Opponent cycles a cast out. Puts cast out on the bottom of their deck, plays a land. We untap and draw an island. Play an island. Play Teferi. Tuck Ruined Halo. Go, Angel! For what it's worth, that's probably worth more than Mythic on Arena, psychologically speaking. Absolutely. Too bad he didn't cast Enduring already. That would have been epic. Alright, play Fairy Conclave plus Teferi. Draw another Unburial Rites. Fire up Ye Olde Colonnade. Get in for a boatload of damage. Got the pun even. What cartoon character used to do that? Was that Snagglepuss? You got the pun even. No, Epic doesn't cast the spell. Iona says you opponent can't cast spells. If he had actually fired off an Enduring and resolved it, he would have been able to continue to copy the spell and land it every turn. It would have been really unfortunate for us, actually.